Dear students, we are going to start the chapter pair of linear equations today. That will be my first video. I do hope that all of you will understand the questions as well as the formula and property which I will discuss today. Actually, in mathematics, students feel it is very difficult, but it is not difficult. Difficult, that is our thinking. If we make our thinking positive, definitely mathematics will become very easy. In mathematics, try to understand the definition. Formula, if you understand the definition and formula, then you solve simple questions. So many questions are given in the book or sample papers just for practice. Because in mathematics, practice makes a man perfect. Without practice, nothing can be done. That is why simple questions related with the formula and definition you may practice. Then after go to difficult questions. A difficult question, my dear student, I am telling you, it is the combination of simple questions, different simple questions. When you try to find out the solution of the difficult question, you break the difficult question into simple parts, a simple step. And simple question already you solve, you can solve the difficult question. That is why mathematics is very simple. Let me discuss the condition pair of linear equations in two variables. I have mentioned over here two equations. Variable x and y, these are the two variables. First of all, let me tell you the coefficient of x in the first equation. This is the first equation and this will be the second equation. Coefficient of x means except x, rest will be the coefficient, rest value will be the coefficient of x. Except y, the value which is with y will be the coefficient of y. C1, that is constant. Similarly in the second equation. Okay, let me take first case, first condition. First condition, algebraic condition, number 1. If, try to understand A1 upon A2 does not equal to B1 upon B2. Without calculation, you can tell how many solutions will be there exist by the system of equation. Without calculation, by drawing the graph also, you can judge how many solutions will be there. I will draw the graph. By the graph also and by the algebraic method, by these two things, I will explain whether the system of equation having one solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. First condition, if this condition verified, then this system of equation having the system of equation. System means two equations we are taking together. That is why it is system. System of equations. System of equations having one solution or unique solution. One solution. In standard form it is unique solution. One solution. That is why the system is consistent. Question comes in the CBSE examination. Question asked in the CBSE examination, how you will say that the system is consistent or inconsistent. That is why if this condition holds, the system is consistent. Similarly, second condition, I am going to take the second condition for if all of you see A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 does not equal to C1 upon C2. If this condition holds, A1 I told you already from where this A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2 comes. That is why you see this condition hold, then what will happen? The system has no solution. No solution. System has no solution and is inconsistent. Inconsistent. That is inconsistent. Same thing I told you that I will explain with the help of the graph also. Graph I will draw against this each and every condition. Number third case, because I am taking the algebraic condition first. See, if A1 upon A2, later on we will discuss some questions related with these conditions. C1 upon C1. Then the system is inconsistent. And having system has infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Or many solutions. Many solutions. Infinitely many solutions means I will explain with the graph. Infinitely many solutions, so many solutions. There will be so many values of x and y. Here only one value will be there of x and y. Here no solution means we cannot find out the solution. Here there will be infinite number of values of x and y. How it will be possible? Let me know. The system will be here dependent. Dependent condition will be there and consistent. The system is consistent. One mark question as I told you that will be asked in the examination. Let me know first of all the graph of the first case. Graph, all of you know how to draw the graph. I will draw very small graph over here. That is why you try to understand. Very small graph. If I am taking first line, graph of the first line, that is first line, and graph of the second line, both will intersect each other at one point. Suppose this point is to be denoted by x and y. And this will be x and y. X and y. Only one solution will be there because line intersecting at one point. That is why only one solution will be there. Because this point is common in both the lines. What line? L1, L2. Let me take. This is L1 and this is L2. Just L1, L2 I mention over here for your convenience so that you will understand. That is why both lines intersect with each other at x and y. X, y will be the solution. Only one solution will be there because this value is common on this line as well as this line. देखो ये value इसके ऊपर इस लाइन के ऊपर भी लाई कर रहा है इस लाइन तो वही तो सॉल्यूशन होगा ना और दोनों इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई भी करेगा. Okay, that is why it is a unique solution. Okay, let me take in the second case the system is inconsistent and here the lines will be parallel. Line will be parallel. Then it will be inconsistent. Graph of the line will be parallel. You see, this is L1 and this is L2. You see, both the lines are parallel. Lines are not intersecting at all at any point. जब intersect ही नहीं करेगा, there will not be any solution. That is why system is inconsistent. I told you the first case intersecting at one point. There is one solution. There will be one value of x and y. Here, lines are not intersecting at any point. Lines are parallel. System is inconsistent. There will not be any value of x and y. Means no solution. Okay. Now next graph for this one. Whenever there will be infinitely many solutions. Let me draw the graph of it. This is x-axis, y-axis. You can write everywhere y-axis and x-axis. You see, this is the graph. Actually, this is the graph of both the lines L1 and L2. Let me take one example. Dear student, you see, this is the graph of one line. This is the graph of second line. Actually, here I have drawn only one line. It will be very difficult to identify. It is the graph of L1 and it is the graph of L2. This is the graph of L1. This is the graph of L2. You see, both the line lie to each other. At how many points both the lines intersecting? At infinite number of points. These lines are touching to each other. Here lines are touching to each other at one point. One solution. यहाँ पे टच नहीं करना है, there will not be the solution. Touching at infinite number of points, there will be infinite number of solution. That is why, dear student, try to understand these three conditions. In the beginning, I told you, you understand the formula, definition, then it will be very easy to understand the question. Okay, I think all of you understand. These three conditions are very, very important, and definitely the question will be asked by the CBSE in the examination. That is why carefully you will have to study. Let me take a similar kind of question. Let me generate the question. Okay, try to understand. This is the formula, and with the help of this condition, definition as well as the formula, let me take one question. I think all of you will understand the solution of this question easily. Let me take the question and I will generate myself. I am not going to take the question, and such question generally asked in the examination. I will generate the question myself and I will draw the graph. Two things I will use, but one, that is my sincere advice to all of you. While you are going to find out the solution of the question, you must have to write the standard form of equation on the board so that you will understand. Standard form of equation: a1 x plus b1 y is equal to c1. a2x plus b2y is equal to c. This is 1 and this is 2. You must have to keep in mind this thing. You will think that in the earlier case I wrote over here plus c1 and plus c2. There will not be any difference and problem. You can write in this way or you can write in that way also. That depends upon you. Similar kind of solution. Okay. Let me take the question. Draw the graph or algebraic condition. You will have to prove that or show that system of equations x plus y is equal to 1, x minus y is equal to 1. This is first equation. I generated the question and you will have to prove that what type of solution this system of equations have. Find the solution. Find the solution. Or first of all, you will have to identify whether the system is, let me write this thing. Solution later on you will find out. Prove that the system is consistent or inconsistent. Okay, both the methods we will use over here. You compare these equations by using the standard form of equation. Tell me the value of a1 coefficient of x, except x, rest will be the coefficient of x. But here there will be 1, because 1 everywhere. You will multiply any value by 1, it will remain as it is. That is why a1 is 1. Tell me a2 coefficient in the second equation, same thing, 1. Tell me the value of b1. b1 is this one, except y. b1, same thing, 1. b2, minus 1, except y, rest will be the coefficient. Minus 1 is 1. And c1 will be equal to 1 and c2 is also 1. Okay, see over here, because we are going to find out the solution. See, dear student, a1 upon a2. a1 is 1 upon 1. Okay, similarly, we will have to find out b1 upon b2. b1 upon b2. Okay, b1 is 1 and minus 1, b2 is minus 1. You can write minus 1 upon 1. Are they equal? a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2. a1 upon a2 is equal to 1 upon 1. Here b1 upon b2 is minus 1 upon 1. These are not equal. That is why what you will say, a1 upon a2 does not equal to b1 upon b2. Just before I told you, when this is the first case. When such condition hold, then system of equation, this system of equation having only one solution, means unique solution. There will be only one value of x and y. Okay? Let me draw the graph and see. I told you, whenever this condition hold, then system of equation having unique solution. One solution. By the graph, both the line ones intersect each other at one point. Let me draw the graph, whether it is true or not. By the graph also we shall prove it. See, this is x-axis, x dash, y and y dash. Okay, origin. From here we will start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am going to mention. Okay, let me take the first equation first of all. Okay, first from first equation. Let me draw a table. And I generally use to take two values. X and y. First case, first equation is this one. X plus y is equal to 1. I am taking if, I told you first case, if x is equal to 1, I have assumed the value. X is equal to 1, I will put over here 1 plus y is equal to 1. 1 to transfer from left side to right side, 1 minus 1 is equal to 2. If x is equal to 1, then y will be equal to 0. From first equation. Okay? Similarly, one more value is required. If you take, see over here, next I am going to write over here, if y is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, you put over here, y is 0, x will be equal to how much? 1. You see, y is equal to 0 and x will be equal to 1. You put up this value. X will be equal to 1. Next value, y is equal to 0, 1. Okay, let me. Y is equal to 1, we substituted over here, and y is equal to 0, x will be equal to 1. This will be 0. Or here I have taken x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, or x is equal to 0. Okay, let me take x is equal to 0. Then we will take the value of y. Because already we have taken, it will be 1. If x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, and y is equal to 1, x will be 0. X will be 0. This table we have. Okay, let me draw the graph of this table. First coordinate, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. Where it will lie? You see, on x-axis y will be 0. That is, x is equal to 1 count. This value will be 1 and 0. This coordinate will be 1 and 0. 1 and 0. Next coordinate 0 and x is 0. X0 will lie on y-axis. Y is equal to 1. This coordinate will be here. 0 and 1. You join both the points and produce it in both the directions. This is the equation, this is the graph of first line. X plus y is equal to 1. Okay, let me take the graph of the second equation similarly. First equation का ग्राफ तो हमने ड्रॉ कर लिया, सेकंड का देखते हैं from 2. Second equation from 2. Second equation is x minus y is equal to. First case, if x is equal to any value you can assume. There is no restriction. X is equal to 1. If you will put x is equal to 1 over here, then 1 minus y is equal to 1. What will happen? It implies that y की वैल्यू बता दीजिए. 1 transpose from left side to right side, 1 minus 1, 0, y is equal to 0. Same thing. Let me draw the table. It is x and y. If x is equal to 1, y will be 0. Okay, second case I am taking over here. Second case. Because if here I have assumed x is equal to 1. Now I am going to assume assume y is equal to 1 or x is equal to 0 also you can assume. X is equal to 0. Let me take. X is equal to 0, you put over here. X is equal to 0. 0 minus y is equal to 1. So y is equal to minus 1. If it is 0, it will be minus. Minus 1. Y is minus 1. That will be or minus. That is y minus 1. I am going to take 1 here. Minus. Here also you can take negative value of x. Okay. Let me draw the graph with the second line. Graph of the second line, first of all, x. 1, x is 1 is here and 0. Same point will be here. Both the points coincide with each other. Same point. X is equal to 1, y is equal. Same point is here. Okay. Second point we will have to go. X is equal to 0. I don't know y axis, it will lie. And y is equal to minus 1. This point will be here. This is the point 0 and minus 1. Okay. Join this both the points and extend on both the sides. This is the graph of x minus y is equal to 1. I told you the graph, both the lines are intersecting to each other at one point. What is that point? 1 and 0. And 1 and 0, one more thing I am telling you. If the point is common in both the lines, what is the point which is common in both the lines? 1 and 0, 1 and 0 is here. That will be the solution. Without actual calculation, by graph, how many points get both the lines intersecting with each other? At one point. That is why I told you one solution will be there. What is that solution by this one? X is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. That will be solution. Only one solution. And system of equation कैसा हुआ? Consistent, not inconsistent. The system of equation is consistent because both the lines intersect with each other at one point. The system is consistent. My dear student, I told you the definition of consistency as well as inconsistencies, and even though condition for algebraic condition as well as graphical condition, even though I explained by taking the example of the graph, I think you understood my solution which I have given in the easiest way, and I do hope that you will practice more and more questions related with the pair of linear equations in two variables, and some more questions I will discuss in the next video. Thank you.